Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am your host, as always, Paisano. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. I love new subscribers, and I'm going to thank you ahead of time. If you have been watching for a while and not yet subscribed, please do. Don't be a freeloader. We talk about rock and roll here, and arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Led Zeppelin. And this is a bootleg. I told you I had a bunch of them, and I do. This one is called Legerdomain. Whatever that means. I'm not exactly sure. If anybody knows, please comment and fill Paisano in. Paisano doesn't know everything. This is a bootleg from the February 6th, 1975 show at the Montreal Forum in Montreal, Canada. It is a very typical 1975 North American show. It is a double record. I purchased it at Quincy Records, I believe. It still has the sticker on it. It doesn't say Quincy on it. It says clearance $25. They must have raised the prices at this point of the bootlegs from 20 to 25. The double bootlegs, the singles were 10, and I believe they went to 13 when the doubles went to 25. Yeah, people were going in there, and obviously demand was getting a little higher, so they decided to jack the price. That's capitalism for you. This is, according to my Led Zeppelin bootleg guide, it's described as a very good mono audience. And it's a very early generation tape of a lot of bootlegs. There's a lot of bootlegs from February 6th, 1975. And this is one of the earliest generations of those tapes. And, you know, as they used them over the years, the sound became of less quality, as you would imagine. The tapes being, recorded from other tapes. The sound is not going to be as vibrant as the earlier generations. This gets off to a very poor sounding start, as all bootlegs do. Every bootleg I've ever heard, the first song and a half is usually pretty bad, and then who's ever doing the sound usually gets their act together, and they get the levels set, and the rest of the show is usually pretty good. This came out on Amazing Corny Phone record label out of Montreal. And this is, Zeppelin was flying high in 1975. Definitely on top of the world. Some songs on here. This is not the complete show. This is definitely missing some things that would go into a 2.5-hour Zeppelin show. But there are some songs from the newly released Physical Graffiti. I'm not sure if it was released yet. I'd have to check that out. I'm not sure if it was out or if they were just previewing the songs, just playing some of them live. But there's a couple on here from Physical Graffiti. Let's go over the track listing, shall we? Starts off with Rock and Roll, and that is very low in the volume. It's kind of bass heavy, and they're really trying to figure out the sound at that point. By the time Sick Again, which is the second song, by the time Sick Again is over, they pretty much got it down. It's starting to sound real good. So you got rock and roll, sick again, over the hills and far away, in my time of dying. The song remains the same. The Rain song, dazed and confused, stairway to heaven, whole lot of love, Black Dog, and Heartbreaker. I believe Black Dog and Heartbreaker were encores after the show closer, whole lot of love. According to the liner notes on the back of this, this is the last release of Amazing Corny Phone Records. Let's check out the vinyl, shall we? Typical bootleg fashion. It's comical. The guy listening to his headphones saying, hee hee, like he's up to no good. And he was. He was listening to a Zeppelin bootleg. The underground. Black market. And I always like the cover of this one. Definitely screams Zeppelin 1975, you know. Page and Plant, full glory, the back. Looks like the band backstage before a show. Jimmy holding the bottle of Jack Daniels in his hand. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you're enjoying the content, like I said, please subscribe. And, turn on the notifications and see what Paisano digs up. Tune in. Find out. Thank you and good night, YouTube.